This is my video tutorial on a method to play Christmas for Cowboys. It's kind of a conglomeration of Jars of Clay and John Denver's version of it. If you get this version I'm playing, maybe you can go back and listen to the John Denver, or you can go back and listen to the Jars of Clay and work out the differences if you want to. But here you go. This is I guess this is probably my version of it at this point. It's my slapped together version. I'm going to play the intro in its entirety slowly, and then we'll break it down. And we'll do that with the verses and the choruses and everything else. So if you're more of an intermediate player and can hear me catch on without me having to actually break down the chords and explain them, go ahead and skip to the next part of the video that does me just the playing through. I won't play it at full speed. You'll ultimately want to listen to the recordings, the recording of your choice, whether that's Jars of Clay or John Denver's version, to get that. So without further ado, here we go. Yeah, like I said, you'll probably hear parts from both of those versions of this in my playing, so you know, whatever works best for you. That's the intro in its entirety. I'll break down the chords in terms relative to what they would be without a capo. Capo on the 5th fret for the original key of the song. Both the Jars version and the John Denver are capoed up here on the 5th. There's also a live Jars version I've seen that's where they're playing it in G. So I don't know about that one, but anyway. Let's see. I'm just going to do this one in the original key. So F, it's technically a major 7th chord, I think, to a major, in this case a quote-unquote C. And the sheet music recommends a 7th to a minor, A minor in this case. Back to the major, another major, to the 7th, to another major. And you'll notice the way I played it was closer to the John Denver version, so let's get it so you can see what's going on here. There's your intro. Moving on to verse 1. I can't sing this, so I'll play the way I do the verse. Here we go. Let me start over, sorry. There was verse 1 in its entirety. You'll notice in the very first thing there's an added chord, a major with a, in this case a quote-unquote E with a G sharp in the bass. So, whoops, can I play it? Let's see. But all I'm doing is I'm not doing that. Instead, I'm just doing the G. I'm going from, so it's just my second and sixth string, I guess you could say. And then I just slide up one fret, and I hit my first string. So I'm to get that climb up that occurs in the song. And then I like to do some like hammer-ons because I think it gives it more of a country feel, sort of a. I like that. Just go back in the video, see what I'm talking about if I've already stopped making sense. But yeah, and then there's that little country skip that happens. So I'm even try to do a strum down. And then the same thing happens or something similar happens. Yeah, the same thing happens in verse 2. I may or may not have put it right in my chart, but anyway. So basically we're playing what we did in verse 2. And I think verse 3, same thing. You're tall in the saddle, we spend Christmas Day. Verse 1, back in the cities they have different ways. Verse 2, a campfire for warmth as we stop for the night. Verse 3, and there's some oohs that happen in the John Denver version. So we're doing, we're just playing the, I think we can do sort of, so the oohs are like, ooh, ooh, or something like that. And then it's verse 1 revisited. It's tall in the saddle, we spend Christmas Day. Yeah, it's not too bad of a tune to pick up. The guitar part's pretty repetitive overall. There's stuff that John Denver does. There's a lot of that hammer-on stuff going on that he does that makes it even more so country sounding. Where do those happen? Say during the intro. Let's see. course, I would recommend listening to the recording, even over what I'm doing. I'm sorry if my angle was bad. So let's see. But this song has phenomenal lyrics, very pretty, very wonderful lyrics. The simplicity and the beauty of nature, and how those simple yet amazing gifts can both humble and inspire us, especially on Christmas time. So many gifts given today. Ours is the sky and the wide open range. And John Denver, being the environmental advocate that he was, we either preserve it or we're going to lose it. So we got to remember that too. If we love beautiful for fruited plains and purple mountains and majesties, we got to take care of them, guys. So America the Beautiful, if we want to keep it that way, we've got to do what we need to do to keep it that way. So anyway, do what little part you can, and if we all, 250 million of us, do 250 million little things, that should add up to a lot. So, God bless America, and you guys have a Merry Christmas, and here's another video. I hope it helps. If it was kind of wacky, let me know. Leave a comment so I can fix it. Thanks.